Hey filmmakers out there, this is Ron K. Armstrong, filmmaker extraordinaire with a new video for you. And in this video, I want to talk about diversity destroying Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman unhappy. But before I go into that, I want you to hit the like button on this video. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button to get notifications on when I go live and when I upload recorded videos. So, diversity is destroying Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman isn't happy. Well, we all saw this coming. If you are a fan of the first Black Panther movie that was put out by Disney and was a billion-dollar worldwide success, you were witness to the fact of how they pretty much castrated the character of Black Panther by focusing on the Dora Milaje, his sister Shuri, and making the only alpha male character, which was Killmonger, to be the villain. And slowly but surely, you could see progressively throughout the film how Black Panther is supposed to be a intellectual genius, even surpassing Tony Stark, Iron Man, but yet he has to rely on the Dora Milaje to protect him, on the technological wizardry of his sister Shuri to give him all of the updates and things of that nature. But I'll get more into that. But let's go on in this article here and see what it has to say. Now, okay, it says, diversity looks to be destroying Black Panther in the MCU, with it further claimed actor Chadwick Boseman is not happy with Marvel. It is being claimed down the road that Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige plan on replacing Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther with the female version, Shuri, played by Lynetta Wright. It's said that movie with the MCU is probably not going to happen for a while, as Chadwick Boseman will be starring in the already announced Black Panther 2. It also thought Boseman will be featured in an Avengers 5, possibly New Avengers. According to the report, Chasman is said to be pretty unhappy with Feige and Marvel's plans for the Black Panther movies that will eventually pass the mantle over to Shuri, as Boseman will be replaced as the lead in a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and one that fans have been demanding for years. It's further claimed Boseman is not at the point where he is going to walk away from the Black Panther role, but it is said Boseman feels like he's being sidelined and he doesn't want Black Panther taken away from him. All right, so he was already sidelined in the original Black Panther movie. As I said before, the focus was more on the Dora Milaje and Shuri than it was on his intelligence, his genius, and overall his view on where he wanted to take the world. All right, now let's keep going. While the source of the rumor, WGTC, basically throws darts at a wall and takes credit for other scoops, interestingly enough, a Marvel producer said Black Panther is not all about one character, which in a way is true, because the character Black Panther can be transferred over to the next king or the next king and so forth. Producer Nate Moore said back in May of 2018, one thing I'd like to tell Ryan Coogler is the Black Panther is a mantle as much as is a person, so we're not restricted by anything, because the truth is there is a lot of different ways to go back to Wakanda and have a good time and continue to explore the themes that made this film so resonant. Now, the idea here is, we need to see a complete story. We need to see what further happens with Wakanda, Black Panther, and I would love to see him eventually get together with Storm. I think that would be a great pairing. And like I said, they're kind of correct about the Black Panther being a mantle that can be passed on. True. But one thing I want you to get clearly is this word diversity. And notice how they use it. And I'm going to dive deeper into that. Regarding diversity, another Marvel producer confirmed diversity is what Marvel's Phase 4 is all about, and diversity is also being blamed for the problems facing Doctor Strange 2, not to mention what happened with Captain Marvel and Brie Larson, where we see the original writers and directors are not returning for the sequel, though the first movie made over $1 billion at the box office. Black Panther 2 gets released May 6, 2022, with Ryan Coogler returning to write and direct. The sequel is also set to star Loretta Wright and Martin Freeman. All right, so you have to understand that Ryan Coogler, he's an awesome director, but at this point, he's a director who's painting by numbers. You see, this is a franchise, a billion-dollar franchise that Disney now owns, and they are going to dictate the direction that it's going to go in, and Ryan Coogler is going to have very little creative control over this. But here, going back to what I was saying, I want you to understand diversity and the problems that it's having with Marvel Studios. See, the term diversity is not used in the context of what you think it is, meaning all inclusive. What they are doing, and they're very sneaky and covert, they are more interested in pushing the alphabet agenda, the LGBTQ agenda. They have no interest in pushing what they used to call non-traditional casting, meaning that you have African Americans predominant in a film. That's what you think diversity means, but that's not what they are referring to diversity. Their idea of diversity is to sneak in the alphabet agenda and then to label it as diversity so you don't see it coming. You see, this is all about the mind programming. What they want to do is they want to create male characters that are effeminate, that are castrated. And we see this with Blade. They could have brought back Wesley Snipes, who is perfect for that role. But the person that they're casting, I won't go into detail about that. You can clearly see the roles that he has done in the past. And what, again, they mean by diversity, they are meaning pushing the LGBTQ agenda and marginalizing, pushing African Americans, or let's say blacks in this case, putting them to the peripheral. So this has nothing about Disney wanting to diversify. In fact, many of the cartoons that you see that Disney produces, one more recently with Will Smith, these cartoons are done in such a way where the main characters, though they're African Americans, you'll never see a depiction of them in the cartoon itself. They always seem to take on the form of an animal. So you don't actually see the face of an African American male or an African American female. They somehow transform into a frog or a goat or something like that. And then the movie then is set off with the storyline revolving around them as an animal. Because, see, Disney, in their whole idea, the whole racist perspective, is they don't think a film could sell with the lead being a African American male or female. They have to hide it and make them into a certain creature or animal, thinking that that would be, sanitized for mass consumption. So it's just bullshit. But again, what I want to bring home the point is that their idea of diversity is pushing the LGBTQ agenda, marginalizing you, using property such as the Black Panther as the means to slowly castrate male characters and bring in more female-centric roles. And this is exactly what they're doing. And women, don't you fall victim to this either. They're not interested in promoting strong female characters. What they need to do is to create a culture where men are despised, and that will basically set the world up for the fall of the nuclear family, which is exactly what they want to do. But anyway, this is Ron K. Armstrong, filmmaker extraordinaire. Until my next video, keep making films.